We saw KY Fantasy Football Podcast right back coming at you. Your mama's favorite fantasy league and members. I got my boy Bravo with me. I got Rich the Bull with me.
Yeah.
And I got Mr. First Place, head of the class, Rob Cove, man. How you doing?
Raise the roof. He got that play spot in the chokehold like Draymond had go Bear last night, don't he?
Hey.
I ain't gonna lie, Rich. I was kind of disappointed you won. Slap my knee. That's it. Damn.
Coming, bro. I'm coming.
Rick went and messed up your parlay.
Yeah, I was. Hey, you too. I was hoping you lost too. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel you, man. So, what week we in? Week 11?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we currently in week 11. Just finished up week 10.
Week 11, man. Bravo. If you wouldn't mind, can you take us through those week 10 score recaps? I know there's something in there I like.
All right, man. Let's get it. So we're gonna start at the top. My matchup: Sitting Purdy versus High Rollers. Ron, aka Derek, aka got 26 points from his kicker, and that was the difference in the game. Bro pulled out a victory 101.22 to 90.66. Next, we got Commissioner Petey, respectfully, taking another L to Reek cooking lamb chops. He got beat by the police this week. 119.12 to 117.42. Next, we got the host, Don, sipping tea in your hood versus Brew, who's missing in action right now. God got me. This one was not close at all. Don takes home a 41-point victory. Damn.
Nice.
Next, we got one of our other co-hosts here, my brother, Rich Club Paradise with the dub, 110.64 over Camo, 107.92. Hey, he made it tight, didn't he, this week?
I thought he was going to win.
Hey, he made it tight, but hey, that losing streak continues, bro. Got one win. Next, we got Go-Getters. Meech, still on the downslide, man. My boy can't catch a break. He took an L, 71.8 to 110.56 to Devin's team Uphill, who was currently sitting in second place. And then last, but definitely not least, we got our first place team, Rob, the Tone Rangers, with a ridiculous victory. 147.24 to 63.5. God damn. Hold on, bro. You almost beat this dude by 100. That's crazy, fam.
My team ain't like it, though.
Oh, wait, we got one more game. My bad. New King Jones took an L because he did not set his lineup this week, which is actually messing up the playoff. It's playoff implications on the line, and Jones out here not setting his lineup, and that's unacceptable. We'll talk about that later in the show. Anyhow, he took an L, 69.88 to 73.88 to the other police officer in the group, Kane, your favorite piece of bacon. That's our week 10 scores. Don, I kick it back to you.
Hey, man.
All right, can I ask Rob a question, bro? When you go into your matchup Sunday, do you just go in there and be like, on to next week? Nah, bro, because my dog 120 or better every week, bro. I just don't get it.
Every week, bro. Every week.
HA's coming back this week too, so
bro, I know. The streets is done.
I'm out. I gotta find. I hope he come back because Jonathan Taylor's on by Zach Moss and Pittman. So I gotta play who I gotta play, or I gotta find a running back.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel you, man. Appreciate that score recap there, man. Next little subject we got here. Any wire advice for this week, man? I know you got to catch whoever's left right now, man. For real, for real. It really wasn't a lot out there. Rick, I'll kick it to you, man. Was there any people that you've seen out there? I know you stuck for moves right now, but to the rest of the viewers and everybody else.
Ty Chandler, I know Madison's in concussion protocol, and I think the only player that has played the same week they got put in protocol was Purdy. So I think Ty Chandler, the backup running back for the Vikings. I know Keenan Allen had suffered a slight injury on Sunday. I don't think he's questionable. if Quentin Johnston's out there in your leagues, I know Palmer's on IR and Mike Williams, of course, is out for the year. So that might be a pickup. Good pickup. My boy Michael Mayer from the Raiders, he got his first touchdown this past Sunday. He'd be a good pickup. Other than that, like you said, it's like really, really slim pickings out here. If you in week 11, everybody who you needed to pick up pretty much is picked up. There's not a lot of players that's getting injured right now. I think the injury bug hit early. So it's just tough sledding out, especially for tight ends.
Especially for tight ends. Definitely feel you there.
Yeah.
Brew, did you have anyone you've seen on the waiver or anyone else that could possibly pick up some other leagues, not ours, where there ain't much of shit?
In other leagues, of course, not our league. Noah Brown. A lot of people dropped Brandon Cooks. I know I was one of the people I couldn't keep waiting.
Brew, I think you're
Brandon
on mute.
Cooks.
Or your volume ain't up.
He talking. I can hear him.
I can hear him.
I can too.
Okay, yeah. Brandon Cooks, another guy on waivers. Rick already said Ty Chandler. Other than that, I mean, personally, I didn't pick up anybody. My roster's decent. I just got to manage them right. But other than those guys, you're getting Kyron Mitchell back. I saw him on waivers. People dropped him because he was on IR. So whatever small percentage he is on, you can pick him back up. That's about all I see, though.
Okay. Rob, was there any out there that you've seen? Or any that might be available in other leagues? I should say, see, we know what type of league we in.
I mean, you need a quarterback. Russell Wilson, he's probably out there in your league. And slim pickings after that. Yeah. You up a creek, man. That's all I got, please.
Yeah. I'm looking, I see Keaton Mitchell is still only at 47% rostered in Yahoo League. So if he's out in your league, certainly pick him up and stay in that league. Let's see. Singletary was a good pickup, especially if he was able to pick him up last week and throw him into your lineup. I think somebody in our league did it. I think it was Coleman. But yeah, that was a good pickup. Bro had a nice little game last game, 150 yards and a touchdown. So definitely a good pickup if he's out there. It doesn't seem like Pierce is that favorited. If Singletary is going there and get some rushes, because we've seen what he did in Buffalo for real. Darrell Henderson with the Rams. I know Kyron is supposed to be coming back, but just never know. Definitely feel like Henderson's still going to be in the mix with that.
I heard Kyron comes back next week.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyron's week 12,
Yeah.
From what I've seen. But would y'all take a flyer on Michael Carter? He got cut by the Jets, and the Cardinals just picked him up. The running back. Would y'all take a flyer on him?
No.
I don't know, man. It's hard to. The only running back I think the Cardinals had that was somewhat trustworthy was Connor. Like once he went down, it's been kind of like a revolving door at the running back. So I don't know if that's a situation you want to put yourself in.
Yeah.
He's back though.
Yeah, he's back.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. That's ain't no point in wasting the move on that.
I can dig it.
Okay. Yeah. Moving to the next topic, more so focused on the NFL. Again, week 11. Who are y'all? Some of y'all like coach of the year candidates. There's been some great jobs done for sure. I definitely don't think it's going to be like one of the teams like with the best, sitting at the top of their conferences. But like right now, I was looking at coach. Honestly, Shane Steichen's doing an amazing job there. Backup quarterback and everything. He's hooping. And the Detroit Lions head coach. That was my other pick there.
Let's not forget about DeMeco Ryans.
Yeah, I was about to say DeMeco Ryans would be if the Texans make the playoffs, bro. I think you gotta heavily consider DeMeco Ryans for coach of the year, dog. Because from where they were last year to where they are now is a crazy turnaround.
Y'all think?
Rob, go ahead.
I'll just stick with this and you come back to it. I'd say if you say D'Amico Ryans, I'd say you have to say Steichen too.
Yeah.
But honestly, I mean, probably the best head coaching job this year, probably the Browns head Kevin Stefanski. I mean, I guess if you're gonna you can't give it to Jim Schwartz, but I mean the Browns. They've had backup quarterbacks. They've had a bunch of injuries, and they still hooping, bro. I don't know how, but they hooping, and they traded Josh Dobbs. Like that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Okay. I won't punch right back in. Y'all say D'Amico Ryans, but back to my Shane Steichen argument. They had a head-to-head matchup, and Coach kind of messed them up a little bit. And also, he's 5-3 with Gardner Minshew. He's down to his backup quarterback and a debacle with JT. I think that's why he's at the top of my list. D'Amico's right under that, though. Don't get me wrong.
No, I get that. That's what I was saying, but I ain't want to say it because I'm a Colts fan.
Nah, I mean, if he's hooping, he's hooping. You see how big I was on Dable last year. But I think there's a lot to consider for real. I mean, you gotta consider Sean Payton, bro. They 4-5, but like the Broncos wasn't even projected to win many games this year. That's projected to be a lottery pick. Everybody counted Russell Wilson out. They got beat by 70 by the Dolphins, bro, and they're 4-5. So like, you gotta give him a little bit of credit, bro.
Them getting beat by that much automatically takes it.
Nah,
that's a big black eye, bro.
Right, exactly. So if you get beat by 70 points, you think they're gonna win any other game? They just beat the Bills, bro.
Bills are not good.
And beat the Chiefs.
The Bills are not good, but
Bills back-to-back weeks with it.
The Bills are not good, but the Broncos wasn't supposed to win no games this year, bro.
No, I think they were only projected to win like 6. So
they 4-5.
Hey, can I ask y'all this too? Before I kick it to you, Bravo. How does Mike Tomlin end up in the conversation every year?
That's what I was
like. He just consistently.
That's what I was forgetting.
Bro, in the mix.
Coach.
Okay.
Yeah, though, like
I thought about him.
Tomlin's just a solid head coach, bro. Like, I mean, he ends up in the conversation because as of late, Pittsburgh hasn't really been expected to do. I mean, they were actually. I'll take that back. They were expected to be decent this year. All things considered, I think a lot of people thought, Kenny Pickett was going to make that jump in his sophomore season, and then you got Pickens out there, receiver. So they thought the Steelers was going to make some noise. And then, they kind of faltered early on, but shit, here they are. What they like, 6-4?
6-3?
Something like that, 6-4, 7-3?
6-3. Bro, they was projected to finish last in their division.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I think
Mike Tomlin's a good coach, bro.
What you say, Rob?
Is he the most consistent?
Really high. So like him and Belichick and Pete Carroll really ain't gonna get mentioned for real. You know what I mean? Because their expectation is for them to win that many games. Even though
that is true.
As soon as you said Mike Tomlin, I was like, he probably actually gets it because Kenny Pickett sucks.
Yes, he does.
And I think they're like 50% in third down and like in 3 and outs. So 50% of the time, bro, they got the ball. They going 3 and out, 3 plays, and they punting that motherfucker. Like,
and they haven't been healthy either. Like Minka Fitzpatrick's been out, Cam Hayward's out, Fryer before. The offensive line is terrible. Deontay Johnson just came back. Najee Harris ain't it. Like, bro, and they 6-3.
Yeah. Najee Harris ain't it. I like Jalen Warren though.
No, he's nice.
Yeah,
but that's the whole AFC North besides the Bengals. Like every other team in the AFC North don't need much out of their quarterback, and they still can win games. That's just how they're built. Run the ball.
Whoa. Bengals need a lot out of their quarterback because the Bengals.
No. I said everybody but the Bengals.
That's what he said, with the exception of Cincinnati.
Okay. Yeah, but the rest of them, Lamar can go out there and throw 1 touchdown, have 2 turnovers, they win. Same thing with the Steelers. Same thing with the Browns. The Browns don't even need their quarterback to throw a touchdown.
Yeah, is Mike Tomlin the most consistent NFL coach?
I've said that years ago, bro.
like
I don't remember who I argue with, bro, but I just talking about Mike Tomlin years ago, bro.
Yeah.
He had a losing record, bro. Like
Kevin was doing a good job too.
Who?
Kevin O'Connell's doing a good
Oh,
job.
absolutely, bro.
My favorite is Shane Steichen, but it might be Dan Campbell's to lose for real in Detroit.
Oh yeah. We can agree on that.
Yeah. Anybody else have any other entries into the Coach of the Year award? I mean, I think we covered pretty much.
I'm gonna say this.
I think we hit them all.
If the Jets win a couple more games, bro, with Zach Wilson at quarterback, you gotta look at Robert Saleh too, bro.
I think I'm looking at the books right now. They got him plus 1,800. So throw about $5 on it and see where it goes.
It's a lot. To me, there's a lot that's in the running, but you got those one or two who's just at the top.
Absolutely. Something I didn't know, but I kind of wanted to throw in while we was talking right before we went live. What goes into drafting a kicker for you all? Bro, I'm gonna kick it to you on that because recently, about 1 or 2 years ago, we upped our kicking points, and it's a make or break for you for real. They can lose you a game for sure, and they can dig you out of a hole and win you a game.
Ain't it? Let me tell you.
Well, for me, I look at defenses I look at offenses that can move the ball but don't score a lot in the red zone. So that's why, like Harrison Butker, he was one of the top waiver pickups this week, but I'll try to stay away from him. He has games where he gets like 18 to 20 points. He also gets a lot of games where he only gets like 6 or less because they kick so many extra points. So for me, I go for teams that I know can move the ball, at least get you to the 40 consistently, and you got a good kicker that's accurate. So that's what I look for. I really started paying more attention to kickers probably back in like 2017 when young Jeezy was on the Rams. So, that's the strategy I go for. Some people might like consistency. If you got a team that consistently kicks at least one field goal and scores 4 touchdowns every week, I mean, that's still good enough for you. I just like to try to get the most out of my kicker. I want all field goals. Fuck them extra points.
I can feel you. Bravo. How you going to looking at kickers to draft or maybe even pick up on the wire when you need one?
Similar to what Bruce said, man. I like to look at the teams that move the ball consistently. Like, if it's a lower tier team when it comes to scoring, like that's probably a kicker you want to avoid. I ain't opposed to extra points. Like, you give me extra points, you give me field goals, I'm gonna take it all. But yeah, as long as the team is consistently getting in the field goal range and there's always a opportunity for your kicker to get points, that's kind of how I pick mine, bro. So like, I went and scooped up the Texans got a backup kicker this week, Amendola. I don't know if he's any relation to Danny Amendola, but Texans do a pretty good job moving the ball. They got a good matchup this week. He's actually projected for like 11 points. I don't know if I've seen a kicker with that many points as a projection in a long time. But yeah, man, if you can find a team that consistently moves the ball, gets you in the scoring position, and they got a kicker that's pretty accurate, scoop them up. That's how I go about it.
Okay. I typically look for very mid teams, just with a good, decent kicker. As long as you can get to midfield, I'm cool with it. That's why I went after Atlanta. They got, oh boy, let me watch the way I actually say his name on the live and the pod. But Youngway, is that the correct pronunciation?
Youngway. It's Youngway Koo.
Okay, yeah, Youngway Koo. I picked him up. They got, Robinson back there. They got Drake. They got Pitts. Y'all can at least make it to midfield and give my boy a chance. So I usually look for like mid teams, not like the most high power offenses, because typically they're gonna score. They getting touchdowns, and I don't want you to keep getting extra points for me. That's only 1 point. But get to the 50, a little past that, give a guy a chance. Great. JT's another one. The Ravens. I expect y'all to at least get it past midfield and get my boy in at least within 65. Rob, how do you go into drafting kickers or even pick up kickers on the weeks you have a bye with your primary kicker?
If I'm drafting a kicker, I usually look at their points and then I go look at the team's red zone efficiency. So that tells you everything you need to know right there. They're not scoring no touchdowns, but they're moving the ball a lot, and the kicker got a lot of points. That means he's just kicking a shit ton of field goals. So that's how I usually go about it. And then on bye weeks, I don't try to pick up like a mid team. I actually try to pick up like a decent team because they're going to score a lot of points, and you can't score touchdowns every time. So usually they'll be the ones that give you like a game. You have 25-point game or something like that. So, like I had the Browns kicker when he had 26. So, actually worked out, and I picked him off waivers off that. So,
Okay, Rick, what about you?
So for the last 4 years, bro, I just picked Graham Gano. Ain't no method behind it. He was on the Giants. He hooped every year. And then we had a draft this year, and somebody tried to scoop him up. Cursed my man. He's out for the year. Thanks for that, bro.
Thanks for nothing.
Then I picked up Jason Sanders. As far as the bye week thing, the thing is in our league, people usually don't keep two kickers. So in this case, Brew had Jake Moody from the 49ers, and he dropped him. And Jason Sanders was on bye last week. Jake Moody been hooping, and I already had Brock Purdy, so I was like, let me just drop Jason Sanders and ride with Moody for the rest of the way. But other than that, like the years before when Gano was on bye, I would keep him, and then I'd pick up Boswell from the Steelers because to me he's super consistent.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times in the drafts, people's gonna draft Justin Tucker early, people's gonna draft Butker early. Bass has kind of been going in that. Daniel Carlson was there for a little bit from the Raiders, and even as early as last year, the kicker from the Bengals, what's bro's name?
McPherson.
He's had a little down year this year, but those are all like top of the line. And then, like Bruce said, Jeezy, Greg Zierlein, when he was on the Rams, he was up there too. But my method was just pick Graham Gano, bye week, get Boswell. When we came back from the bye week, run with Gano. I ain't really got no method, bro.
Yeah, Jeezy had a run on him. If we'd had the kicker points back then, he probably would have been averaging about 30.
Sure.
But yeah, I was lucky to get Booker off the wire this week because he was on bye, and don't want to really roster some kickers in this league. So shout out to whoever dropped Booker.
Combo.
Combo dropped.
Hey, you did it. Combo had him, yeah.
He could have dropped somebody else on that roster for sure.
It was actually a good drop because he dropped him and picked up Carlson, and Carlson almost beat me this week, bro. But I keep telling y'all, my God don't play about me.
Yeah, Carlson scored 17 this past week.
Nah, he hooped, bro. I thought it was over. No lie.
Carlson is a guy I like. It's just they hadn't been moving the ball all year, so I couldn't mess with him. But he got a leg on for sure.
Which Carlson?
Daniel Carlson.
Raiders.
Daniel Carlson.
From the Raiders, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Another thing, one more thing, bro. Since we talking about my guy not playing about me. Hey, bro, you be talking about me scoring these low points, bro. You ain't said one thing about Ron.
No. Only reason why Ron's not that active in the chat, but I don't know how Ron keeps winning. I guess God had to shine down on him because he's had some terrible luck in the last few years with draft picks as far as getting injured. Because, I don't even – how many points did he score, like 650 or something? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's a lot less than me, and he's only one game back of me.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's actually
I pulled through from this week. I know that.
Ron scored 779.
And did he? I think he had a good week this week.
He did.
He had a good week 2 out of the last 3 weeks. But on the season,
Yeah, man, he climbing up there. Who's some players on y'all teams that y'all need to step up or like kind of course keep doing their thing? Bravo, let's go ahead and kick it for you, man.
Let me, bruh. Tony Pollard, boy, when I tell you about a bust, and you know what? I had some concerns early in the year, even when I drafted him, bro, because I'm like, I don't know, man. He's always been a complimentary back. So I wasn't really sure how he was going to do as the main guy. My dog ain't scored a touchdown since week 1. We are going into week 11. It has been 2 calendar months since this man has found the end zone, dog. That's crazy to me. And like, you know, the Cowboys are a high scoring team, but it's like they get to the red zone and they give it to everybody except Tony Pollard, bro. And I ain't gonna hold you. I just literally a few minutes ago just went and scooped up Rico Dowdell because I don't know, man. I feel like, you know, I ain't gonna say he gonna start out snapping Tony, but Dallas might go to a more backfield by committee type of thing. I don't know what the problem is. I'm hoping my boy breaks out of it, but up to this point, he's been a huge disappointment. Easily the biggest disappointment on my team this year.
He might be the biggest disappointment in fantasy.
He might be, bro. You can definitely put him in the conversation for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of analysts are pretty high on him. Dang, that's crazy. How many touchdowns does Pollard have this year? 2?
2. He got them both in week 1.
That's crazy.
Him and Dak had
That's
the
crazy,
same
bro.
amount of rushing touchdowns.
What's that? Yeah,
That's nuts. I
2.
say him and Dak
He
got
got
the same amount of rushing touchdowns.
That's it.
2 tutties in week 1, and he ain't smelled the end zone since. Ain't got a whiff.
Who's a player on your team? Who's a player on your team you need to keep doing that thing who's currently balling for you right now?
Who for me?
Yes, sir.
Shit, Jalen Hurts.
You got it.
Jalen Hurts. that's all.
Hey,
that's
man,
all I got. Jalen Hurts.
Don't forget about your X
cursing,
factor,
bro. I
man.
mean,
Brian Robinson.
he's shown up. He's shown up every week, bro. And I just need him to keep showing up every week.
Don't forget about your X factor, man. Brian Robinson, man. He been hooping in that flex spot.
Now, Brian Robinson been balling. He's definitely outperformed Tony Pollard by a lot.
Not by a little bit.
By a
Brew,
lot.
who's
I
some
think Robinson
players?
got like eight tutties.
Yeah. He probably got more receiving touchdowns than Pollard got total. But Brew, who's a player on your team who you need to step up, and a player on your team who you need to keep hooping?
My team's weird this year. One of my most consistent players, he can't stay on the field. So, I mean, David Montgomery. It seems like every time he'll give me like 2 big games, then he's out with some type of injury. So, but bust wise, my God. And he's on my do not draft list. I didn't want him to begin with, but Pete took Justin Herbert before me. Trevor Lawrence stinks. He is awful.
Hey, hold on.
I don't even know what he's doing, bro.
Hold on,
Ice
bro.
up.
We got a section for no draft players.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a
My
second.
apologies.
I got
My
one on my
apologies.
team.
Hey, he's definitely top five. I can tell you that. So yeah, he's awful. I mean awful. Yeah, I can't even put it into words. He won't play. He won't be in my starting lineup unless he has to be. So Trevor Lawrence, Calvin, fucking Ridley. You should have stayed gambling, my nigga. Cause my God, I mean, and I don't even know. I like Calvin Ridley. He's one of maybe 2 Alabama wide receivers I like, but I mean, and look, I won't be that hard on you because Trevor Lawrence is ass. But man, like scoring 0 points through 3 quarters, scoring 2 points. Some leagues I took Amon-Ra St. Brown. Some leagues I took him. I wish I would have took Amon-Ra in every league, but I try not to go all in on one player, and I should have. Him, never. I don't think I'll ever draft him again as long as Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback. So those 2, I'll never have him on my team again, ever. Oh, and then third. It's a distant third, but he's still third. He won't be on my team ever again. And I mean, there's still some season left. He's had some good games. I don't know what their coach is doing, but Derrick Henry.
Bro, you cursed a couple players this year, bro. You cursed him and Gano, bro.
But the thing is, Derrick Henry's had games 17 points, 18 points, 14. Then he gives you 2, 4.
Hey, that 2 points
like,
wild, bro, from Derrick Henry.
Bro, so I'm like, but it's not just him, it's his coach. It's like you looking at you know what Derrick Henry is. it'd be the third quarter, and you like Derrick Henry's got 6 carries. What the hell is going on? So yeah, he won't be on my team again, Pete. You can gladly have him back. If I can give him to you now, I'll go ahead.
I don't think we should even have to ask Rob this question, bro. I don't think
He's
I don't think
Rob's gonna say tight end. That's all he can say.
well, the person he was gonna say is not returning, so he ain't even got to bring him up.
Aaron Rodgers.
No, Goddard. How do you say his name?
Yeah, I had to go to my ESPN league for real because I had Calvin Ridley. Trash. Who else? Who else ain't doing nothing? James Cook. Both the Cook brothers. Trash. Trash. Damian Pierce, bro. That guy. Hey, I don't know what D'Amico Ryans is doing. What CJ Stroud is. He's like going in the meeting saying like, "Nah, we just not gonna even run it." Period. Because Singletary ain't doing nothing or him, and they keep winning games, bro. I don't know what they thinking, bro. He was a monster last year, and he don't get no touches. He just, I mean, CJ Stroud is nice though, so I mean, I get it. Dang, he's trash. For I think I drafted him in the 3rd round, bro. Like that's terrible. But yeah, Calvin Ridley definitely stinks.
That's as far as mine, it's a general consensus because I got Calvin Ridley in the ESPN league. And I got him in my dynasty league, so it ain't like I can just redraft next year. He gonna be on there next year too, bro. So, but now for my team, bro, if you would have asked me 3 weeks ago, I would have had somebody. But I told you I was gonna start scoring points. So everybody on my team's hooping now. Purdy's hooping. I'm gonna tell you, Derek Carr need to stay his ass on the bench. Because when Jameis came in last week, Olave went off, bro. So I need Jameis Winston to start for the Saints. Jalen Waddle's cool. Javonte Williams is getting his little step back. Christian Kirk's hooping. I'm good money, bro. My tight end, I lost Darren Waller. Cole Kmet done came in, started hooping, bro. I'm on Ribs' ass. Pause.
Hey, bro, that route running video Calvin Ridley did in the summertime got me, bro. It got me.
He looked good in preseason though.
Listen, I thought Calvin was gonna have the freshest of legs. My man's ain't played in like 2 years, bro. So I thought he gonna get out there and go crazy.
My man's out there running on rubber bands.
Yeah,
his legs ain't it.
Trevor Lawrence, bro, like, don't take this the wrong way, Rick, because it's kind of a good thing. He's Eli Manning, bro. He don't turn up for real, but like when you need him to, like in the playoff game. That's when he's gonna have 5 touchdowns, bro. It like he's just never gonna like blow you away with the stats. I just don't think he's that type of guy. I don't think he's Justin Herbert, but I think he'll win more, like just like he beat Justin Herbert in the playoffs.
I can see it.
Okay. The guy I need to keep hooping is Mostert. Stay healthy, bro. Keep the touches, man.
You fighting for your life and running back.
Stop getting tackled short. Take them passes in the red zone to the house. Yeah, that's a player I need to keep doing their thing. Somebody I need to step up. Hell, I could say Burrow, bro. Like, hey, bro, I fucks with you, but I need you to do better. I know we had the injury early on, but I drafted you with good faith. I need you and Chase, break out them special cigars, man. I don't know, hit up who y'all need to hit up, get them Cubans in or whatever, and get this shit together. I know y'all been banged up. Burrow, Chase had the back issue, and I got both of y'all. So y'all combo. I need y'all. Sipping tea in your hood needs more tea. And I appreciate it if y'all fill up my damn cup. Everybody go on that particular subject on players you need to step up or keep doing your thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, you kind of segued us into this damn part, but players that you will not draft, players that's on your do not draft list now, before, or who has ended up on it this year. A player that's been on my do not draft list has been Amari Cooper for the longest. I believe 3 of the gentlemen on the podcast know why. Bruh, he got ADHD. He just don't know he's always playing football. It's something going on. He got all the talent in the world and just don't put the shit together all the time. I'm trying to think. Is there? I'm gonna come back to myself because that's the only one I can think of off the top. Rick, who's one for you, man?
Well, how much time you got? How much time you got on your hands, brother?
Floor is yours.
Let me go ahead and tell you the first one. And he's the reason why I got 3 losses in the league. Daniel Jones will never see the light of day on my team again. I don't give a fuck. He come back and be our starting quarterback next year or not. He done so with me. First one, bro. There's no way you gonna give me 3, 4, and 7, bro, and think you gonna make a team next year. He's out. As far as Ramondre Stevenson, I'll never draft again either, because he's had a couple good weeks the last couple weeks, but he's been capped before that. So and he's on the Patriots. So I'm gonna go Ramondre, and I was gonna say my third one. I'm just gonna say for Brew because I think he already said it, and it's gonna be a general consensus. So I'm not gonna say him. Other than that, one more, and this one's gonna be a shocker. I will never. This is in another league. I will never draft Patrick Mahomes again, bro.
What?
He has been capped this year.
That's a rough one. Hey man, there's one that's supposed to be on your list, but he keeps sliding off every season, man.
Michael Thomas,
MT, man.
Nah, he redeemed himself this year. He just got hurt. He just got hurt this week, but he been a consistent 5 or 6, bro. That's all I need for a bench receiver.
Absolutely. Bravo, you got any on your list?
Man, I probably got shit. I got a long list, bro. I can't even remember. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you, but I can tell you one I'm not gonna do after this year. Gabe Davis, boy, I ain't never had a bigger headache at wide receiver in my life, dog. It's really crazy, bro. And I don't even know if it's him or the Bills, because I swear to God, bro had a week where he got like 11 targets, scored like almost 20 points, came back the next week and had 0. He had 1 target the whole game. How you go from 11 targets one game to 1 target the next game, bro? Like, he's so up and down, you legit can't predict what he's going to do game in and game out. Like, I thought at least, he'd be good for a touchdown here and there because that's what he was doing last year. Like, he'll have a game where he wouldn't do anything. Then he have a game where he have like 2 tutties. He ain't even doing that this year, bro. Like, I don't know. So all I know is I will never stress myself out again and draft Gabe Davis. I'm sure I got some other. Russell Wilson's on my do not ever draft again list after. It wasn't last year. I think maybe it was last year because that was his first year with the Broncos. I thought he was going to go over there and cook, no pun intended, and bro was not cooking a fucking thing. So I will never, ever, ever touch Russell Wilson again. I don't know. I can't remember everybody else. I just know when I see him, I don't draft him.
I got another one. A player that I drafted 2 years in a row, dating back to last season and the season prior. Kyler Murray, man. Every time you hoop and then you get hurt, this is like when I really need you, you're not there. Be leaving your boy on stuck, no petrol, nothing, no Uber on the way. My phone's dead. I ain't got no way to get back home, and you be sinking me, bro. Like you do good to great in spurts, and then you just hurt. You're not there no more. It's like, well, if I'm drafting you in the 3rd or 4th round, bro, I'm willing to donate a limb for you to get back out there with this money on the line. Brew, who's you got T-Law. Who else did you have on your list, man?
You muted, bro. Can't hear you. All right.
Oh, we lost Brew.
Brew got T-Law on his list. I ain't never drafted him, but I really have never wanted to draft him. I'm trying to think of some more that's like really done me bad in the past.
I will tell you this. Depending on how the rest of this season goes, Tony Pollard might make that list too.
Nah, he was on that list 5, bro. It was over.
Bruh,
Like,
bruh is
never-
a red flag if there is one.
I
Joe
can't
Mixon,
believe he's done how he's done, bro.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
Somebody
I
called
know
me.
what Mixon.
But
Mixon's
I
out.
mean, yeah, T-Law should be top 10 on everybody's board this year across fantasy football. He is awful. Other people I don't draft. Haven't really. I just can't do it again. It's this one right here. This is it. I'm trying to think. Derrick Henry, I caught him too late. I think I've had Derrick Henry maybe twice ever. This is it for him. Nick Chubb. I like Nick Chubb. He don't catch a lot of passes, and I don't know. I don't know if I pick him the wrong years. I pick him the years where he does all right when you look at his stats, but he don't go crazy. Or I pick him a year he gets hurt. He'll never be. I just never draft him again. He's not enough for me.
Dang, that's one
I
I
like
didn't
Nick
expect.
Chubb, but he just I can't deal with the injuries, and then I just can't pick him the right year. It's similar to the Tyreek Hill. When I get Tyreek Hill is just the name. But when everybody else gets Tyreek Hill, he's going for 2,000-yard seasons. I can't pick him right. Travis Kelce, same thing. I'll draft Travis Kelce, but I won't because he's in the first round. So I got some guys that people love, but I just can't draft them because I can't get them in the right year. I need them when they go in for like transcendent, generational. You'll always remember Travis Kelce having 20 touchdowns. I can't get that Travis Kelce. I can't get it.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, I'll be missing out on them years too. What are some do's and don'ts inside of fantasy football, whether it's unwritten rule or shit y'all just don't like seeing fly? A thing that I hear be happening like other leagues, like people be letting like another GM like borrow players. Like they'll
What?
trade, like if somebody's on a buy, they'll send like them a care package. You know, they get a player for a week and send them back. Like that's some weirdo shit. Pointless trades. I guess you can just send it around that. Yeah, but borrowing players, I'll just leave one so I can leave some for y'all. Bravo. What's some do's and don'ts of like unwritten rules in fantasy football?
Man, so the borrow and player thing actually
Let's just
came
talk
from the
about money
league that
league.
I'm playing in. Yeah, and it's a money league too. Like, if we was playing for shits and giggles, I wouldn't be tripping. But it happened in that league, and I didn't even notice it until like somebody put something in the group chat about some trades that was going down that were egregious. And I'm like, nah, we got to cancel this ASAP, fam. Because if y'all let these fly, I need my bread back ace right now. But other than that, man, for real, my biggest thing is just keep it fair, bro. Like, don't be doing no underhanded, behind the back, shady shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got, if you trading, don't tank and try to, give your
Don't be
homie good
backdooring
players
motherfucker.
or bad players. Don't be backdooring other people's shit, trades. Like, if you get a problem with a trade, be upfront about it. Veto is straight up. I mean, we all been there. We was there for the veto year when couldn't nobody get a trade off. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. Like I said, my whole thing is just keep it honest, bro. Just keep it fair in competition. Like that's my biggest thing for me, bro.
Nah, I feel you. I think you can like add on like, let's say, dropping players like when you add a contention. Like I think like once you out the playoff picture, especially when it's in the playoffs, people who's not actually in the playoffs, if they in like in that little B bracket or not in the playoffs at all, they shouldn't even be able to drop players or pick them up for real.
Agreed.
All that should be cut off. Rob, what's some do's and don'ts inside fantasy, things that might rub you the wrong way, or some unwritten rules that you think of when it comes to playing in these money leagues?
Don't put people in the super flex league and not tell them it's a super flex league until after the draft starts. One. The second one is just overall just don't quit. Like for real. Like if you're getting beat, especially if you're in the money league, bro, like still try to if I'm Camo, bro, I'm trying to still beat everybody, bro. It's over.
He is.
Still, Pete,
Yeah.
it's over for him too. Like, but still, keep winning, bro. Keep trying to win. You know, just don't quit, bro.
Yeah. To add on to Rob's point, Commish, make sure everybody in your league understands the rules, the scoring, and all that. If they ignore it from that point, cool. But especially if they new in the league, kind of give them just a quick rundown on some shit that you might find important that you would want to know when entering the league.
It was a super flex league 15 years ago. Think about that. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Nobody was doing that.
What'd you say?
I said nobody was doing that, and Rob stated it, but he didn't tell us it was a super flex league when the draft started. He told us it was a super flex league after the draft was over.
That's wild, bro.
And bro had what? Drew Brees and who else?
No, he had Matthew Stafford the year he had 40-something touchdowns, and he had Tom Brady the same year he had 40-something touchdowns.
Drafted them back to back too.
Hey,
First and
that's
second.
disgusting, bro.
Bro,
That's sick work.
Honestly, McNabb, bro, on the Redskins or something.
I had him. Don't worry. It was either him or I was going to take somebody from Brown Station, so I had to just take down them and that.
Rick, what's some do's or don'ts, some things that's rubbed you the wrong way, or some unwritten rules in fantasy football when it comes to this? When it comes to these money leagues, man, what's some things you don't like to see fly?
So I have two. The first one, Don, we in this league together. I don't like it when somebody is in power that's like a commissioner and has a personal vendetta that may have just came up with somebody in the league. So then they use their commissioner powers to kick that person out the league without consulting with the other people in the league. That happened in the league me and Don was in. I ain't think that shit was gangster, so I don't even be in the chat no more. It doesn't make sense. And wasn't even taking up for the dude. It was just stupid to me. Like, it was somebody getting in their feelings. We didn't have a conversation about it. He kicked bro out and already had bro's replacement same day, bro. And it's the Dynasty League that I'm in. So, you know, there's money on the line in that one. So I don't like that. Secondly, I hate this the most, bro, because I feel like it affects GMs who really be trying to get in the playoffs. Set your fucking lineup, bro. I don't know why, like, you don't set your – if you paying all this money to be in the league, bro, why don't you set your lineup? Prime example, Jones. There has been 1 week that Jones has not played the 49ers defense, and it was the week they wasn't on bye or that they was on bye. If he had played the Niners D this week, Jones would be top 4 in the league right now. Instead, he fighting for a playoff spot. Like, bro, you just handing out wins, and you got people like Don, like Bravo, who's on a little run, or you got people like Pete, who may be scoring points but losing all their games but still in the hunt. Like, bro, just set your lineup, bro. If we gonna be the best team, the best league in the nation, bro, we gotta be competitive every week. Every GM need to set their lineup, bro.
Yeah, I definitely believe in keeping it
You can leave him
competitive.
blank on my week, though.
Huh?
You can leave him blank on my week, though.
I mean,
That's what pisses me off the most.
What?
I can't ever get an opponent that just says,
me neither.
I couldn't pay attention to my Yahoo app this week. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, it takes, even if you don't look at your lineup, just to fill in the blanks, it takes like 20 seconds.
Bro, I will tell my opponent to set their lineup. I hit rib one game when Ayuk was out. Like, hey, bro, you gonna swap him out? And I shouldn't.
And then people
he could have left him in and probably still beat me by 40.
People will be like, damn, we giving people reminders to set their lineups. Bro, we playing in a fantasy league? Are we playing in a competitive league, or you just want the easy way out?
Charity.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That shit goofy to me, bro.
I mean, let's start finding them.
Or hear me out.
That's a good idea.
People need to start being on the chopping block, bro.
In the boot.
Ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Because y'all know we got a lot of people that want to get into this league, bro.
We got to wait.
Plus, what's hey? I'm gonna tell you why it's even more nasty work, bro. Yahoo has a feature now because I was just sitting there. I was like, I'm pretty sure they got a feature where you can do this, where it says start active players, and you can press it, and it says start active players. You can set it up for 4 weeks at a time. So even if you got people on bye, I think it'll automatically start your active players for you, bro. That's one press of a button. It's less than 20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Yeah, keep it competitive, man. Fight to the end. I don't care if you're out of playoff contention. You got that number one waiver pick, man. Pick up that number one player that week and keep the whole league from getting him. Like
it's always
you still have power.
It's always the same people at the top of the waivers, bro, because they just don't care.
Yeah, and there's some GMs in the league who don't even be active either. Like when it comes to like making moves, like, hey, bro, your roster is not that phenomenal to where you don't have to pick up and drop players in this league. If you're not using, I don't even know what a threshold is, but if you're not using like 12 moves a year in this league, something's wrong. Or you just drafted the perfect team.
Yeah.
And ain't no such thing.
Because I be looking when I be making moves and look up one day and see how many I got left, and it's like,
bro, I got one move left. One move.
Can I ask you something about that, Rick, real quick? Yeah. Is your like team set? Do you got like 2 tight ends, like enough running backs, enough wide receivers, and another quarterback?
I don't have another quarterback. That's why I'm not making that move yet.
So okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm not picking nobody up. So if Purdy gets hurt, then I'll pick a quarterback up. If there's only a week one left, hopefully I get the brew magic. But if not, there's somebody. I could pick a quarterback up right now. There's one I could pick up to be a good backup, but it ain't working.
You still got one move left.
Yeah,
it's kind of trade to make like. Would you?
I could make a trade to get a quarterback. Yeah. But it does to me. I'm not trading with you, Rip. You got.
I didn't say me. I'm just saying.
Like, because you got 3 quarterbacks on your team. Like, I'll be on your team, brother. I know what you got over.
No, I just don't know who to trust besides Stroud. So, you know,
Red got a practice squad.
We got a platoon, bro.
Oh, bro got a practice squad. He got an emergency quarterback.
Bro, I drafted Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers, bro. I had to do something.
Nah, for sure. That's my hope for real is Aaron Rodgers come back.
Jordan Love started off strong, though.
Yeah, he did. Not for no yards, but touchdowns at least.
Mm-hmm.
6.
And took a deep dive to mediocrity.
Yeah.
Nah, he's below that, bro. He's trash. Not correct. I might take Desmond Ritter.
Who?
Desmond Ritter.
Come on, Rib, dog.
Nah, you going too far.
You definitely you ain't nowhere near that Desmond, bro. Ain't no way. Desmond Ritter is terrible, fam.
He's a custer, bro.
Bruh, have y'all watched the Packer game?
Desmond Ritter or
have you watched Desmond Ritter?
Desmond Ritter is a custer.
He's definitely a custer.
Jordan Love is just as bad as him. I'm telling you, bro.
Nah, he's not.
He's not.
Nah, bro. I can't say that, dog.
Bro, he's averaging like 119 yards a game, bro.
Rob, I watched Jordan Love play. He stinks. But Desmond Ritter, I don't even know how he's in the league. I ain't gonna hold you.
He's a custer, bro.
He should be in the AFL.
Rib, Jordan Love's the number 15 player in our fantasy league, bro.
Nah, bro.
Ritter's a custer.
Desmond Ritter's better than him.
Really, definitely. Nah.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way you believe that. Nah, bro.
This year, anybody whose last name starts with Red is Custer.
That's a fact.
Get rid of them.
That's a fact. Oh, Red.
Yeah, crazy, man. The last subject I had for you all today was players that have earned first round draft grades for fantasy football going next year? Like, who are some players that have raised their stock or expected players to be drafted in the first round next year? If you could give one, a riser, not like somebody that was drafted this year. And just to go through it, we had Jettas 1, Derry, Austin Eckler, Jamar Chase, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, Saquon, Travis Kelce, Josh Jacobs, Lamar Jackson, AJ Brown, Tony Pollard, and Stephon Diggs. Is there a player? There's an obvious player that should fall out the first round, but is there any players, like whether it's coming in to the draft potentially next year, or players who have just worked their way up to a first round grade for you? Rob, I'm gonna kick it to you first on that one, man.
St. Brown. I just think they can just
Took
continue.
mine, bro.
He can just continue to just do what he's doing, bro, and just get the ball. He's got hurt for a few games this year, but I mean, he's elite, bro. So I would say I'd be comfortable drafting him late first round over Stephon Diggs, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. Who else was drafted first round? Who was in the last little bit?
Saquon.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard, Diggs.
Yeah. They'll never take him. I ain't taking him ever again.
He wasn't on my draft. I just know he don't score no touchdowns unless it's like 40-yard runs. So it's just too much for me.
Nah, Mike McCarthy, bro. He sold us a dream, bro. Talking about they was just gonna run the ball.
Lies.
Hey, Bravo's calling it. Why do you make that face?
Lies.
Hey, Diggs ain't done that bad in the touchdown department this year. He got 7 tuds in 11 weeks. I like that success rate right there. That's not terrible.
Yeah,
but
I gotta take
you expect more when Josh Allen is his quarterback and Diggs is Diggs. Like, hey, bro, he's supposed to be at 10 right now.
Ain't nobody else getting no targets, bro. Seen the 2 targets a game.
Didn't he have 4 touchdowns in one game this year? Or was it 3?
3, I think.
I think.
Hey, Don, I'm gonna give you a sample just for Bravo's sake. Josh Allen leads the league in touchdown passes.
Yeah, I know that.
And Gabe Davis might have 3 touchdowns, maybe.
No, he got 3 exactly. I know.
Yeah,
I'm aware. He still got one.
Gabe is kind of a one-trick pony though. Like his route tree is only like maybe 3 branches. He only got like 3 branches on his tree.
Oh, trust me, I had him last year. That's why Bravo has him this year.
And I might have to add him to my ADHD list too, because sometimes he'd be out there and just don't catch the ball.
Yeah, he don't. Honestly, bro, the only reason I even played Gabe Davis because I had higher hopes for Deontay Johnson this year because I thought the Steelers offense might take a step forward with Kenny Pickett, and they haven't done that. So I was kind of like forced to play Gabe Davis. I knew he was a headache because I watched Brew go through it last year.
Oh, man, pissed me off. He ain't on my draft. He's on my do not draft list.
Ever again. He won't see the light of day on my roster.
Shout out Keenan Allen, man, for real.
Man, for
real.
real.
Shout out Rick Allen. Definitely shout out.
He was on my do not draft list.
Twin balling. I hate seeing him without his shoulder pads with that thing.
That's nasty,
bro. Should have got that surgically repaired.
That AC joint, that is nasty, bro.
So Anthony Richardson, I'm glad you went and opted for that surgery because that's what you could look like 10 years down the road.
I'm just glad we ain't got the Browns doctors, boy.
Hey.
It's crazy. It's crazy that Cleveland's known for healthcare and they can't get this nigga diagnosis right.
Cincinnati is known for healthcare, not Cleveland.
Sure.
Not Cleveland. Take me to Cincinnati. I'll take my chance on the highway. Rick, who's the player that could have sent to the first round for you?
I have 2. The first one, ETN. If ETN's are like last 3 or 4 picks, I'd pick him in the first round. And the same and I don't go quarterbacks, but the same would go for Jalen Hurts. Because Jalen Hurts is what Como wants Lamar to be. Jalen Hurts is going to run the ball in for a touchdown with the touch push, and he's also going to throw for the yards and throw for the touchdowns. So if Jalen Hurts was there, especially in the 14-team league, if he was there like 12, 13, or 14, I would pick Jalen Hurts in the first round.
More tuition for the pushing.
Pause.
Hey, you.
Bro, do you have
Rob said one. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
I was a little wary of him actually doing what he did last year, repeating, but he's shown that he could do it. Because I mean, he's not like a physically imposing receiver, honestly, but he's doing his thing. Several players I'd take out of the first round that got drafted this year. Derrick Henry, one of them. It's just a 14-team league. You got to get your running backs early. But I'll give you Rick. I don't ever draft Jalen Hurts because he's a little high for me, but I could see him like right around that 14 range. I'd rather take him because he gets rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns. Taking people like Lamar, even though he gets a lot of rushing yards, he only ends the season with like 3 rushing touchdowns. And then Patrick Mahomes, I just don't see enough out of him to take him first round. You can get his touchdown numbers in the 4th, 5th round. So
yeah. Did everybody go before I cook? Cool. Has CeeDee Lamb entered that category? I know he's had like 2 or 3 big games.
Let's see how the rest of the season pan out. I mean, he's on a hot streak right now, but we'll see, how he goes throughout the rest of the season because the Cowboys got the tendency to be a little bipolar. So
I can see you. But
let's see first.
I took out all quarterbacks and looked at the top scorers to this point in the season. You got Derry, you got Reek, you got Mostert, AJ Brown, ETN, and then Lamb is like 1 point ahead of Keenan Allen. So Bruh's been hooping in the slot.
For sure.
Bruh's been hooping in the slot. I hate to give it to him.
He just don't get no touchdowns to me.
He has
is that his fault or Dak's fault?
I don't think it's neither one of their faults. I just think they just don't scheme them up right.
I can dig it. Yeah, bro got what? Yeah, 5 touchdowns on the year.
ain't horrible. He probably end up with like 8. That's about usually what he gets.
Well, I can tell you he ain't played a full game if you count the 2 halves they ain't played against us from blowing us out. So
That's nasty work.
That's nasty work.
To score almost 100 in 2 games is crazy.
That is pretty crazy, man.
Yeah. Shit, that's all I had. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I think we finally who we got tomorrow night?
Ravens and
We got a
Bengals.
good one tomorrow night.
Ravens and Bengals.
This is the first week we've had a good Thursday night and Monday night game.
Yeah, because they should send out like some reimbursement checks or something for last week's primetimes game. That was terrible, bro. Like across the board, Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night was good. That turned into a good matchup, but Thursday and Sunday was terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them. That's last Thursday was one of those games you just put on while you
in the background
doing your homework for school, going over your prep for work tomorrow or something.
I got much more better things to do than to watch that bullshit, bro.
Man.
These games are terrible, bro.
Turned them off.
Yeah, so we actually got a good matchup tomorrow, man. Should be entertainment. I mean, since we on here, then who everybody got? Bengals or Ravens?
Who's at home? The Ravens?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, the Ravens at home. Yeah.
I get the Ravens to win. I say the Ravens 29-27.
I got Bengals. This is kind of a must-win game for them. For me, divisional matchup. They're sitting at 5-4. Don't want to go to 500. I think this is a crucial game to win. And when Burrow and Chase typically have some big games on their plate, they typically come up big as well. I'm hoping that not only for fantasy purposes, but they've shown to show up in huge games, and I definitely think this is one of them. Lamar gonna have to put up some points. They need to put up some points because Cincinnati's defense isn't like that. I know it's a divisional game, so it's gonna be tough. But Lamar just got to fully take over a game. I haven't seen that in a nice little minute to like put his stamp on it. Like, yeah, that was Lamar. Yeah, the defense helped, but that was Lamar's doing. Yeah. So Bengals, bro, who you got on that one?
Bengals coming off a tough loss. So we got Tyler Boyd to drop a touchdown pass. They have to win this game. So I'm riding with the Bengals. I don't really bet against Joe Burrow in November and December. So yeah. Lamar, he's only averaging one touchdown pass a game. I know they got a run game. It's gonna be ugly. I don't think it's gonna be high scoring, honestly. I think it might be like most something like 24-21. That's just my opinion. I only think the Bengals win though if they actually run the ball with Joe Mixon. You can't just put Joe out there and just throw the ball 45 times.
I hope this game is the highest scoring game of the week. Rick, who you got in this one?
Won't be.
I got Bengals 31-24.
Okay. Bravo, did you pick? I know you gave us a question.
I like I'm gonna go Baltimore at home by a field goal.
That fucking JT, man. Okay, I like that. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we hop off here, man?
Good luck this week, Bravo.
Yeah, I do got to play you this week, don't I? Good luck, my brother. I hate when I got to play against people who have my team's players on their team, bro, because I'm conflicted. It's like I want you to do well enough for us to win, but I don't need you to go crazy. Like this would be a good week for Christian McCaffrey to have like 40 points.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll say that for Rob because I don't need Purdy going crazy out there this week. And, if you're gonna throw, and I will say this: if you're gonna throw touchdowns, I hope they to Debo.
I hope they IU, but
this would be a great week for Purdy to turn into Joe Montana.
Yeah, he was great last week.
Yeah, he was last week.
If I use Jerry Rice, I'm down with that.
The rich get rich, man. Y'all want Rib to McCaffrey get forward. The rich get rich.
Listen, as long as Brock Purdy don't listen, as long as Brock Purdy don't go crazy. Actually, you know what? Purdy can hoop as long as the rest of your team don't. How about that? I feel like that's a compromise. Purdy can hoop. Nobody else on your team should. I'll take that.
Yeah. Rib and Brew, y'all play each other this week too, bro. You really gonna roll with Dobbs over Lawrence, bro?
Bro. So look, this is going to
he took Ridley out for Noah Brown too, bro. He
is so bad with the Jacksonville players.
Nick, I'm done. You hear me? Nah, because look, this is the thing. So this is going to segue into what I was going to add into it anyway, because we didn't have a segment on it. Gambling has took my focus away from fantasy so much because I'm busy on the weekends. So I set my lineup, but I don't really get to reevaluate it before the game. I'm too busy putting parlays in, and I've been winning lately. But anyway, so I contemplated all the way up to the last minute putting in Josh Dobbs last week. I'm like, the Saints D is good, but it's not San Fran. But San Fran has a tendency to give up big plays over the middle. Jacksonville's coming off a bye. I'm gonna just roll with Trevor Lawrence. I wasn't even thinking about Calvin Ridley because I definitely wouldn't have left him in. I picked up Noah Brown for a reason, and I would have, I should have left Addison in. That was my fault. I took him out at the last minute, but yeah, between those three, bro, I don't know. The parlay gambling got in the way. So this week, if I ain't got nothing in by 12 o'clock, my bets, I'm just gonna say fuck it. And I gotta focus on fantasy because that killed me last week. Because to be real, if I had set my lineup, I probably wouldn't have did it perfectly based on everybody that went off on my bench, but I at least would have swapped 3 players out and I would have won easily. At least by 10. But yeah, so I ain't paying attention to the gambling this Sunday because I gotta go against a nigga that's complaining about the tight end spot that's scoring 140 points. So
That is a disgusting complaint.
It really is, bro.
No, it's not. That's a valid complaint, bro. The tight end,
you're not missing a tight end. You scoring 140 with missing a tight end, bro.
50. If I had a tight end,
it don't matter. Ain't nobody else scoring nowhere near that, fam.
All right, just for the viewers at home, bro. Just for clarity, we threw 11 weeks. My man's Rib in a league where there is no bonuses unless a player really goes off is averaging 116 points a game.
That's PPR numbers.
That
And
yeah,
let me let-
this league is no PPR.
Nope,
Like
this is
the
standard.
receiver has to get 200 yards receiving to get 3 points. Your quarterback has to get 400 yards to get 3 points. Your running back has to get 150 or 200 yards rushing to get 3 points. So it's hard to get bonuses. In a league with no PPR and hard to get bonuses, he averages 116 points a game, and he's complaining about a tight end.
We
and
talking
the
about
league,
we
the league
talking
average is 98 points a week. The league averages 98 points a week, so he's averaging 116. Talking about the most irrelevant position in football.
I can't believe that.
To that you say what? Because you quiet as hell now.
Bro, that's a solid complaint, bro. I'm pretty sure everybody's tight end. Even Kelsey's down, bro. Think about it. Like, come on, man.
Streets
Yeah,
is
It's
man.
not. It ain't been a good year for tight ends.
Rib,
That's
we got
because the Swifties, man.
Rib,
Hey,
we got 3 days to get you a tight end, man.
I got one, bro. I got one.
Oh, you don't either.
Yes, I do. Watch.
Trimble?
Van Der Esch is hurt. He's turning up on the Cowboys for sure.
Who?
He went to Notre Dame. Let me tell you what he's not doing.
Okay.
He's not one
Nah,
of them
he-
tight ends from Notre Dame that goes crazy.
Hey,
He
man.
does got a good matchup though.
I got a 3-team underdog parlay. I'm telling you, it's the Cardinals +4, Pittsburgh +4, Green Bay +5. And you want to put a little extra on it. The Panthers in 12? Take that.
So you really gonna rock out with Tommy Tremble?
I'm telling you, watch.
He don't. Hey, it don't, bro. He can play a blank right there and still gonna get 130.
Man,
Not this week though. I'm missing 2 running backs, and I don't know if A-Chain's gonna play.
You in town next week, ain't you?
Yeah.
You play Neil. That's the week. Hey, I don't know who I want to win because if you lose, then that means our matchup really might determine who's gonna get first place at the end. But if Neil wins, then Neil's gonna be in that mix too, bro. So I don't know how I want that to work, bro.
I hope to give Neil a L this week. Prayers up.
Well, if you give him an L, then yeah, I gotta be rooting for Neil next week. So me and Rip can just thug it out and we I ain't counting my chickens. Bravo might smack my head off this week.
I definitely ain't counting my chickens. I'm going
in the worst way.
I'm going into the land of running backs, man. It's gonna be a rough week.
And look, I got to sweat on that Monday night because that's when Hurts plays. His best player plays on Monday night. I hate that, bro.
I had a couple of touch
You gotta
pushes.
stop talking, bro. He had Neil beat last week, bro. Kept talking.
Who? Pete?
Pete,
Yeah. Kept talking, bro. Like, what's
nah. Let Pete keep running his mouth. I love to watch Pete lose.
not
He's a
Neil.
winner, right?
We watch Pete lose in real time.
Hey, it's just back-to-back weeks where he just couldn't keep his mouth closed and it happened.
Hey, the fantasy gods are playing with him.
Hey, hold on, Rob. Was that
bro, the week was he playing you that week, Rob? When he was up by like a point or two and went negative?
Yep.
Yep.
Bro,
That was last
that was crazy, dog. That was
That's
crazy.
crazy. I said it in the chat too. You remember when you said something about that, Rick? He was like, y'all wouldn't even play him.
Actually, it happened this year against Como, and Como started running it, talking about he was a once beat me and all that. And I went to sleep on the game on Monday night and woke up and I had beat him. He was like, "Man, I'm done, bro."
Hey, I just ran that same scenario back on him this week.
Nah, you did. You really did.
Como was done when he drafted his team.
Yeah.
He was
Bro,
done
his
after
team
the
is
draft.
not, bro. That's the thing. His team is not bad.
He was sauced.
His team puts up points, bro.
So it's the ownership.
So what is it?
It's the ownership.
I just told you. It's the ownership.
Dan Snyder.
Oh my goodness.
Marcus Snyder.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Marcus. Not
Nah, he might be my
Rib, was that
Who did Como beat? Who
Thank
was
God it
Cowboys
wasn't me.
one win?
I don't know.
Damn, who did he beat? He got one win. I
Yeah,
feel like it was Ron, wasn't it?
Probably.
I thought it was Vince or Meach.
It might have been Vince.
No, you might be right. I think it might have been
It was Vince.
Vince.
Yeah, man.
Do I still play combo?
Huh?
Yes,
I
yeah.
gotta play
You do.
combo still?
Hey, that would be the upset of the decade right there.
No, that's why I don't want to play him, bro.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta go ahead and take the L. It works out for you in the end.
That's gonna be the L that not read by
Because
the
the time before the last time I went to the ship, Kane was awful, and I lost to Kane, but I went to the ship. So sometimes you gotta just take that fade.
All right, man. Well, that's all we got. Fantasy football We So KY Fantasy Football Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back at y'all next week. If y'all have any lineup questions or anything, hit us on the Twitter, Inside the Beyond the Game group. Y'all can tag us. We're going to set y'all with the worst lineups as possible. We don't care how you feel. This is the best league in the nation. Got some corals. Got some great matchups this week. We, 3-4 weeks away from the playoffs, so must wins for everybody across the board. It don't even matter where you're sitting at, honestly. I mean, Rob's sitting at a different school. You know, he's in a private school.
I gotta win this game.
We all go to public school in the rest of the league.
Right.
Rob's sitting at Lexington Catholic right now.
I go to
Y'all
MLK. I'm at MLK, by the way.
I'm right around the block.
If you're at MLK, where's Como?
Como.
Yeah,
Como's one of those schools that's closed and got to be rebuilt.
Como's a job corps.
No. Como is at Juvie. Como's in Juvie, bro.
Como's Cisco Road for sure, bro.
That's what I was gonna say. Cisco.
You ain't going to school, bro.
Como's on the bread box. Como's on the bread box, bro.
Yeah, bro's GED classes, bro. He GED classes.
They get my F, bro.
Como's at CTE.
Oh man.
Oh,
Hey Rob, was that an underdog parlay? Is that what you was going with?
yeah, man. Yeah.
What did you say? You said Pittsburgh plus 12?
Nah, +5.
Oh, I was like, what the hell?
Nah, Pittsburgh +5, Steelers. No, +4. Green Bay +5. But you had an ass.
Hey, I'm not riding. You tried telling me Green Bay last week. I ain't riding, bro.
Nah, bro. Trust me.
I don't know what he got. I don't know if it's his